guys, it's Taylor and welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you know of whenever I upload. In today's video, we're going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. I asked you guys to ask me questions a couple weeks ago over on my Pageant Instagram, so I'm going to answer them today and let y'all know what y'all want to hear. Okay, so I'm just going to clip my hair back so that it's not in the way while I'm doing my makeup and all that, you know, because we don't want to get makeup on our hair. So, you know, I just decided to do a sit down chit chat get ready with me today because I don't think I've ever done one on my channel, I'm pretty sure. So I was like, why not do my makeup and talk today so that y'all can, you know, get to know me more besides the other videos that I do, right? Y'all keep seeing me look to the side. It's because I'm trying to make sure that I'm in focus. I can see myself on my iPad, so yeah. So I'm just priming my face right now. I just went in with one primer. I'm gonna go in with another one just right here, just to make sure that my makeup sticks and stays because girls makeup be sliding. Okay, so let's get into these questions while I'm doing my makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna start working on my eyebrows, but the first question is, how did I get into pageantry? And you know, it's fairly simple and easy. Hold on, actually I cannot talk and do my brows, so let me outline these and then I will be back to answer that question. Y'all, I'm back. Did my brows off camera. I'm just working on some concealer around my lips. But the question was, how did I get into pageantry? And it was actually in high school. One day I was on the computer on this program called Naviance, where you could do a whole bunch of school related things. But I was on there for scholarships and looking to apply for scholarships for college. And you know, I was just scrolling and I came across one where it said I could apply for Miss Maryland Teen USA, like apply to compete and potentially win a scholarship. So that's exactly what I did. Obviously I didn't win, but I was mainly more so doing it for the scholarship money. Like I said, didn't win, but you know, it was a great experience. I loved it so much that I decided to come back the following year in 2017, where I competed as a Miss. I didn't win again, but you know, it was still a great experience, and competing in the USA system led me to branch out and compete in other systems. That's how I got where I am today in 2021, still competing in pageant systems, still loving pageantry and all there is to come with it. So it's pretty simple. Like, I'm not one of those girls that started out in pageants when I was young, little itty bitty, even though I wish I did, but obviously I didn't. So the next question is, any advice for new pageant girls? And yes, I do. I actually have a lot of advice, which I kind of want to do a whole entire separate video on that. But the main piece of advice I would say for new pageant girls and, you know, just starting out into the system is that you don't have to have what everyone else has. Like, for example, there may be girls that are in your division or in the pageant as a whole that might be competing, and you know, they have on like $5,000, $10,000 gowns or just $10,000 wardrobe completely. And while yes, that's something you might want, you're a new pageant girl, you're just starting out, that's not necessary, you know, to let alone one, compete in a pageant, and to even win the pageant. You can win your pageant in a $150 gown or a $150,000 gown. It's not about the wardrobe, it's not about the gown, it's about the girl, it's about you and your personality and what you want to do with not only your title but the system as a whole and how you're going to promote it. So just don't feel pressured to get all of this fancy stuff out the gate, especially if you can't afford it. There are very great alternatives to those fancy gowns and runway outfits and all of that. And then on top of that, just, you know, this is very cliche, but you know, be yourself. Don't try to compare yourself to the girl who won last year and attempt to emulate every single thing that she does, from her gown, her hair, makeup, and how she is on stage, because you're not her, and that's probably most likely not going to get you to win the crown. As long as you are yourself, you show the judges, you show the audience who you are, why you want to win, your passion, your purpose, your mission behind wanting to win that crown, you can go for it and you can win, you know. Oftentimes, so many times, a lot of us pageant girls especially, we get wrapped up in who our competition is and who we're competing against, and we look at everybody else and we say, oh well, I don't have what she has, I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna win, when in fact it's not true, because she can be standing there comparing herself to you saying the same exact thing. So just always be yourself. You don't have to have what everyone else has, and just don't focus on other people, you know. Just do what you gotta do what you came there for, and stay true to yourself. So the next question says, what is my favorite phase of competition? Which, honestly, it varies. I'm not gonna lie, it varies. But currently, at the moment, my favorite phase of competition is fun fashion or runway, whatever you want to call it, based on what system you're competing in. Runway is definitely my favorite phase of competition because it's so fun, it's so upbeat, and you get to show off your personal style through what my camera died. But anyways, like I was saying, you get to show off your personal style through whatever you're wearing, and it's just very fun. Like, I just love the energy of the fun fashion portion of the competition. Okay, next question says, how can I find affordable wardrobe? And girl, if I'm not anything else, I'm a wardrobe queen when it comes to pageantry wardrobe, okay? Like, me and finding deals go hand in hand. And there's so many ways, or so many routes you can go to get affordable wardrobe. For example, you can join buy and sell groups on Facebook that cater to pageant girls and selling your old pageant wear, which is what I do. I'm in quite a few Facebook groups, and not only do I buy through there, I also sell my old wardrobe through there that I know I'm not going to wear anymore. For example, I just sold a bunch of wardrobe a couple weeks ago, and they were at discounted prices, and other pageant girls and pageant moms purchased them for their children, or them competing in a pageant. So definitely utilize Facebook buy and resale groups, and even the marketplace, because that is a great way to find some affordable used pageant wear that's still in great condition for such a cheap price. So resale apps like Poshmark, Mercari, whatever other resale apps are out there, but usually Poshmark, that's what I also buy and sell on, and a lot of other pageant girls buy and sell on as well. So definitely those two, the Facebook marketplace, Poshmark, Mercari, other resale sites. Camera is dying again. All right, next question says, how do you decide what pageant you are going to compete in? And personally, for me at least, when I'm researching systems that I'm interested in and potentially want to compete in, I first start off by looking at their mission and what the organization stands for, because I want to compete and represent systems that personally align with my own brand and my own missions and everything else that I stand for. You know, you don't want to compete in a system that doesn't value you or value what you believe in integrity wise, because why are you there? You know, you're just there to chase the crown and the sash, but not ultimately represent that system how you would if it was something you truly cared about. I also look into how they're treating their current queens, whether they're state and national or international queens. I like to see what the queens are doing, what appearance opportunities they get, and just what comes along with their prize package. Even though prize package doesn't really play a huge factor into me, yes, it's important, but I like to look at the first two before I look at the prize package, because you know, you can have an amazing prize package for a pageant system, but if your queens aren't really doing much throughout their year or promoting the organization as they should be, or even just interacting with their class of queens for that upcoming next year, then truly, like, what is the point of the system, you know? All right, next one says, how do you get sponsorships, or do you pay the sponsorship fee yourself? So actually, just recently this past year, I went really hard on getting sponsorships to be sponsored for my upcoming pageant adventures, because girl, doing a pageant can be very expensive, and the more you are able to get things sponsored, whether it's wardrobe, headshots, or whatever you can get sponsored, is amazing, because it alleviates the stress off of you financial wise and mental wise. So, but I do a little bit of both. Like I was saying, this year recently I started working with a dress shop, and they were able to sponsor my interview outfit as well as my runway outfit that I wore, both of which are on my Instagram. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, I was able to get both of those sponsored through them. They gave me a discount and whatnot, which was very, very helpful, girl. Like, I've also been sponsored by businesses. One of the businesses I was sponsored by was Pandora Jewelry. I was sponsored by them back in, I want to say 2019, and I got a few pieces of jewelry to wear to the national pageant that summer, which was so awesome because I had jewelry to wear with my outfits. And you know, girl, that was cool to get that sponsorship. Okay, whatever I can attempt to get sponsored, I try to do that first, and then I work my way backwards and see what I have to pay for, because you know, you're not always going to get everything sponsored, which is okay, but whatever you can get sponsored, get that sponsored first, get it out of the way, so then you know what else you're left to pay for. Bruh, I just dropped my powder. How do you handle the pressure when competing? Honestly, I don't know, but in all seriousness, when I'm competing in a pageant and I feel myself starting to get pressured or whatever by whoever's competing, who the judges might be, and I feel myself getting a little bit nervous, I always try to remind myself that I'm not competing against any of the other girls that are in my division, but rather I am only competing against myself and how I was in whatever last pageant I competed in. So I always try to perform better than I was in the last one, and I set expectations for myself that only I can fulfill and that are just specifically for me. Also, one other thing that helps me is that I don't actively go out and seek what the other contestants are doing on social media, specifically the ones in my division at least. So you know, I might be on Instagram and I see them post about whatever appearances they're doing, and which, yeah, I'll like it, it's cool, like obviously I will because I'm supporting them and they are my sister queens, but I don't actively, you know, get on social media and type in XYZ pageant girl to look up and see exactly what they're doing, what appearances they're booking, what wardrobe they're wearing, all of that. I don't actively do that because that's something that can get you in your head and make you feel like you aren't good enough and better enough to match up to other contestants. And like I said before, you're only competing against yourself. It's only about you and what you want to do with the crown, not what anyone else wants to do with the crown, because all of you are more than capable and worthy of holding that national or international title, because you already have your state title. You have already been through one reign. And also, a judge's score or their comments do not define you. I always like to say it's different day, different judges, different times. You might have been fit for the system one year where you placed very high, but you come back the next year and you might not place at all. Different day, different judges, different time. It's all about timing, and if it wasn't your time to hold that highest level of that crown, it's completely okay. Just take a break, come back the following year if you want to, or just take some time to really work on yourself and then come back whenever you're ready. Would you ever compete in a cultural pageant like Miss Black USA? I actually have considered it. I just need to obviously do more research into it and look at what the system offers. I do really like cultural pageants because they do give that specific demographic of persons that they're catering to an opportunity and a chance to be seen and heard. So that is one thing that I really do like about cultural pageant systems. What is the highest placement you've gotten in a competition besides winning? So the highest placement I have gotten has been second runner-up. I've been second runner-up twice since I've started competing in 2016. The first time I got second runner-up was at UNM in 2019, and then I just recently was second runner-up in the Ultimate International Miss System. Who is your pageant coach and why? So I actually do not have a set pageant coach. I work with several different coaches based on what they can offer me as far as what needs I really want to be tailored and honed in on. So just recently for UIM, I actually did not have a coach because I had just come from competing in another national pageant, and then UIM was about 1 month out after I signed up, and I didn't really think that it was necessary for me to get coaching, especially because it was so close. I mean, it is always great to get coaching, not gonna lie, but I just didn't get coaching for that specifically. But yeah, like I said, I have worked with several different coaches. I have had, let's see, I think 3 coaches in the span of how long I've been competing since 2016, and several of those coaches I have worked with for multiple sessions and all of that. So it's not like I just have one coach for 1 year, one coach for another year. So yeah, I do go back and forth with my coaches. Do you ever compete for Miss USA? Would I? Yes, I actually would. I do plan on going back to the USA system and competing. Will I say when? No, not yet. You'll just have to stay tuned and find out. What's the best system you've ever competed in? Oh girl, I can answer this very easily without a doubt. It has been Ultimate International Miss, which is the one I just recently competed in a few weeks ago if you saw my vlog. The entire experience was just so amazing. The staff, the girls, the parents, everyone was so welcoming, so kind and helpful. No one was mean or catty, which is things that I have experienced with other systems. Like anything that you needed, they were there to help you and not hurt you, and that's just something I highly value in a system, in addition to being very honest, transparent, and having a lot of integrity when it comes to your system, which also a lot of other systems don't have. I got so many questions that I'm probably gonna have to make a part 2, but I'm just gonna finish up doing my eye makeup really quickly, popping on some lashes and doing lips, and then we'll be right back. Okay you guys, I'm back. Y'all can see I did my lashes, did my lips, and we are finally finished with my makeup for today. And also those are all of the questions that I'm going to be answering today. Like I said, I did get a lot of questions, so I might do a part 2 depending on how this one goes and if anybody else has any more questions to add on to the ones that I did get. But thank you all so much for watching and sitting along here with me today, chit-chatting as I did my makeup. I hope you all really liked and enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and commenting down below. Be sure to stay up to date with all of the pageant festivities that I do by following my pageant Instagram, which is always linked down below, because I am also going to be making a special announcement soon, which it may or may not have been announced after this video or before this video. I don't know. Either way, just follow it so that you know. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Thumbnail pic, thumbnail pic.